what we're gonna do today.
Yes.
We're gonna do 25 to Life by Eminem.
Yes.
But yeah, so he actually asked me before we started recording if I knew this song. And I was like, maybe. And then he started singing the chorus badly. And then I was like, I recognize the chorus, but like I can't remember anything else about it at all.
Yes.
So yeah.
So yeah, you guys that are familiar with the song, you know why I'm asking. So she's familiar with the chorus, but she doesn't remember what it's about. So I'm gonna try to do something a little different. We're gonna listen to it. We'll pause it like we normally do, but I'm not gonna break it down until the end.
Okay.
All right. So you could give your thoughts, whenever you want, but I
It's
will.
kind of like what I did with Kill Pop by Slipknot.
Oh, maybe,
Yeah.
yes. Oh, I vaguely remember that now.
Yeah.
Yes. So, all right. We will listen to this and break it down.
Okay. And don't forget to like and subscribe. Oh, can you put the thingy up?
Mm-hmm.
That just lets me know when to put our username there. So that's our username. And links are in the bio or the description, whatever. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
All right. 25 to Life.
Too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life. Too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life.
Yeah.
Too late.
I can't keep chasing you. Taking my life back. I don't think she understands the sacrifices that I've made. Maybe if this bitch had acted right, I would've stayed. But I've already wasted over half my life. I would've laid down and died for you. I no longer cried for you. No more pain, bitch. You took me for granted. Took my heart and ran it straight into the planet. Into the dirt, I can no longer stand it. Now my respect, I demand it. I'ma take control of this relationship, command it. And I'ma be the boss of you now, goddammit. And what I mean is that I will no longer let you control me. So you better hear me out, this much you owe me. I gave up my life for you, totally devoted to you, I've stayed faithful all the way. This is how I fucking get repaid. Look at how I dress, fucking baggy sweats. Go to work a mess, always in a rush to get back to you. I ain't heard you yet, not even once say you appreciate me. I deserve respect. I've done my best to give you nothing less than perfectness. And I know that if I end this, I'll no longer have nothing left. But you keep treating me like a staircase, it's time to fucking step. And I won't be coming back, so don't hold your fucking breath. You know what you've done, no need to go in depth. I told you you'd be sorry if I fucking left. I laugh while you wept, how's it feel now? Yeah, funny ain't it, you neglected me. Did me a favor, all my spirit free, you've said. But a special place for you in my heart I've kept. It's unfortunate, but it's
too late for the other side.
Yeah.
Caught in a chase, 25 to life.
Can't take no more,
Do you
That
remember
was
it?
long. I remember bits and pieces. I remember the staircase line. I
Yeah.
think I liked that when I was younger.
So what's your impression of the song right now? Like what
Kim?
yeah, so this abusive relationship and he's like, fuck this, I'm dumping you, bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's like just sick of the way that whomever treats him, and he's like, I don't know if I want to do this anymore, not happy, feels underappreciated, so on and so forth.
Yeah, and then obviously, so 25 to life is a common sentence in the justice system, 25 years to life.
Yeah.
So he's saying, this relationship was like, it's been a prison sentence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna keep going. We'll break this down at the end.
Breakuses.
Break it down.
Breakuses it down.
All right, here we go.
take no more.
Too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life.
I feel like when I bend over backwards for you, all you do is laugh. Cause that ain't good enough. You expect me to fold give you enough of my time? You don't think so, do you? Jealous when I spend time with the girls. Why I'm married to you still, man, I don't know. But tonight I'm serving you with papers, I'm divorcing you. Go marry someone else and make them famous. And take away their freedom like it did to me. Treat them like you don't need them and they ain't worthy of you. Feed them the same shit that you made me eat. I'm moving on, forget you. Oh, now I'm special. I ain't feel special when I was with you. All I ever felt was this helplessness, imprisoned by a selfish bitch. Chew me up and spit me out. I felt for this so many times, it's ridiculous. And still I stick with this. I'm sick of this. But in my sickness and addiction, you're addictive as they get. Evil as they come, vindictive as they make them. My friends keep asking me why I can't just walk away from them. I'm addicted to the pain, the stress, the drama. I'm drawn to shit. I guess I'm a mess, cursed and blessed. But this time I ain't changing my mind. I'm climbing out this abyss. You're screaming as I walk out that I'll be missed. But when you spoke of people who meant the most to you, you left me off your list. Fuck you, hip hop. I'm leaving you. My life sentence is served, bitch, and it's just
too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life. Too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life. Too late. Caught in a chase, 25 to life.
So that was probably not like kind of anticlimactic and not the reaction that anyone was hoping for. But so interestingly, when I brought up Kill Pop, both songs are about the same thing. So that kind of made me think about it.
So wait,
Pop by Slipknot, it's literally like it sounds like he's talking about like this girl and like addiction and so on and so forth, but he's really talking about the music industry.
yeah.
So
So
then that made me think for a second, especially when he said, "You made me famous." So I was like, I don't recall Kim ever making him famous. And I'm like, is this like Kill Pop?
so
And
that
like I think it's like Kill Pop.
so you realized it in the second verse for sure.
Yeah, like when he called her famous, when he said the famous thing, I was
Yeah.
like, what?
So
But
that
like then it confirmed it. I wasn't really sure.
so I asked you before we even started recording, because I know that I've played the song around you, and I feel like I've discussed it with you, but you know what I mean? I don't.
I know this song. I'm sure you play it and I hear it, but I don't like actively listen to it. But I did listen to the song when I was in high school. Like I remember like the vindictive line and then I'm
Yeah.
a mess, cursed and blessed. I actually remember those lines because I think I had like made them like my Facebook status before. But yeah, so I realized it halfway through, but I might not have if you didn't say something to me and I didn't think about Kill Pop.
So yeah, what I also said to her was, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, the fact that I'm even asking you and saying that I might do something different is just giving away that there's something in this song that you need to look out for that's unique. You know what I mean? So unfortunately, he has a few more songs like this throughout his discography, and I'm probably going to do the same thing. But I don't know that you're going to know exactly because it's not
What
as.
songs are they?
I don't even know if I should tell you. But okay,
But you're gonna do it like this anyway,
yeah,
are you not?
but you're not going to know what the things are.
Yeah, you won't
So
look it up.
so one, this is true. You already know this one, which kind of sucks. But when it came out, I played it for you. Darkness. The one, I mean, whatever. I'll fucking ruin it now because I know I showed it to you when it came out. The one where he's the Vegas shooter.
Oh yeah.
So that
I
one.
don't know it is being called that. I
Yeah.
don't know
It
it is being
samples
called
it
anything.
samples Simon and Garfunkel, Hello Darkness, My Old
Yeah.
Friend, and I don't want to be lonely in the darkness. And then the
Yeah.
other one I'm not gonna ruin. People made comments. Oh fuck, that might even ruin it. Whatever. There's another song that there's a little twist about halfway through. You realize something else is going on that you didn't necessarily know going into the song.
When did it come out?
2014.
Do I know it?
You've heard it. I don't know if you know exactly what it is, but whatever. We'll get to it. So we'll break these lyrics down. So now we have the hindsight. So this is the reason I wanted to wait till the end because so I could have broke it down as we went along and under the impression that, oh, he's just talking about Kim or his
Yeah.
girlfriend. But when you go back and listen after you figure it out, because this is like a one-time thing, once you can only experience this song once. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the true, like, oh my God, I can't believe. After you know the lines, every line's in a different context now because you realize what he's actually saying. You know what I mean? So the hook is this chick. Let's see. I have the lyrics on my phone. I don't know who she is. Let's see.
Why is it 25 to life? Is that when
Well,
he
it's like I said before. It's a
started?
prison sentence.
No, I know, but why?
What do you mean?
Like, is 25, because sometimes people get like 50 to life. Some people get like,
So 25 to
so is
life's a
25
common.
significant?
Well, 25 to life's a common sentence.
Yeah.
You know what I
But
mean?
was he like 25 when he first got his first record deal? Like, is there any significance to that?
To the 25, like, or oh, has he been in this for 25
Yeah.
years? I don't know necessarily.
Okay.
I mean, he was rapping since he was young, so possible, but he refers to it as a life sentence. You know what I mean? He's equating his relationship with hip hop as imprisoning him. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And like in a unhealthy, toxic relationship,
Yeah.
like the marriage that he equates it to. So it's too late for the other side. Caught in a chase, 25 to life. So I used to get confused. I was like, too late for the other side. Like, what are you
Like, too
talking?
late to be a normal person,
So,
right?
so actually, yeah, maybe. So I always, yeah, I think you probably are right about that. I always took it about that. Like, he's like, I've made my mind up that, like, I don't even want to hear your side of the story. Like, I'm over this. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's too late for that shit. Like,
Yeah, but then he also says caught in a chase 25 to life, and like the only way out is to just end it.
yeah,
But how could you be Eminem just walking around like, hey, like I guess I'll work over here. And it's like, hey, you're Eminem. Like
yeah.
it just wouldn't work.
Yeah, so the cool part with the caught in a chase, so like it puts the image in my head of like you were running from the cops, you were in a chase, right? And then they arrested you and you got charged with 25 to life. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But he's chasing, hip hop. He's chasing the industry, he's chasing to be, the best and famous and all that.
Mhm.
And then 25 to life is the sentence, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh,
we
this
hear
is an
that.
annoying one.
Well, it was just the chorus.
Oh, okay.
So then he says, I can't keep chasing you. Um, taking my life away. Quote. So I'm confused which line is the chorus and which line is his. He says, yeah, I can't keep chasing you. I'm taking my life back.
Okay. That was weird.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck's going on here? Okay, so he comes in, first verse. I don't think she understands the sacrifices that I made. Maybe if this bitch had acted right, I would have stayed. So,
Okay. That's
ag-
like
yeah,
self-explanatory.
so we know he's made so much sacrifices for hip hop and he doesn't feel he's getting the respect that he deserves and he would have stayed around. But again, like if you're listening to it, it sounds like a girl, obviously. He says, but I've already wasted over half my life. I would have laid down and died for you. I no longer
Yeah.
cry for you.
I longer cry for
Yeah, I
you.
don't know why they're missing these
What?
words. I no longer cry for you. No more pain. Bitch, you took me for granted, took my heart and ran it straight into the planet, into the dirt. I can no longer stand it. Now my respect, I demand it. I'm gonna take control of this relationship, command it, and I'm gonna be the boss of you now, god damn it.
Okay, so that makes sense because he's gonna be like, he's like, I'm done with like letting the rap game control me. Like, I'm going to control it.
Yes. So, and again, it's annoying because I'm gonna have to end up saying this every line, so I'm not gonna do that. But so yes, it sounds like it's his this abusive relationship. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
like you're controlling. You're possessive. You're unappreciative. You know what I mean? And now I'm gonna turn the tables. I'm gonna be the fucking man now. You're gonna listen to me. I'm the boss. Which is funny. Then he says, and what I mean is that I will no longer let you control me. So you better hear me out. This much you owe me.
Okay.
I gave up my life for you, totally devoted to you. I have stayed faithful all the way. This is how I fucking get repaid. So, I've been rapping for all these years. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I love you. I love this fucking this art form, you
Yeah,
know?
like he never tried anything else. He didn't like branch into like rock or
Yeah, he's
anything.
always been rapping, and he's like, "This is how you repay me. You know, you
Yeah,
don't appreciate me. You're ungrateful for what I've done. You know, for what I've contribute my contribution to this." And he says, "Look at how I dress, fucking baggy sweats, go to work a mess, always in a rush to get back to you." So I
which
like,
is yeah, that's interesting because he does go to work a mess, always in a rush to get back to you, but like back to work, not like back to a girl.
yeah. So that's interesting if you look at it that way, because yeah. So right now you think, oh, he's talking about a girl. You know what I mean? And he's like, just he doesn't care about his appearance. He's like run down over this fucking like relationship, and he's like, I just go to work looking a mess, and I'm just like in a rush to get back to you. But he's saying like the hip hop is fucking up his life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So it's like he goes to work in a mess, goes to work a mess, and then also in a rush to go back. So
in a
both,
rush to get there.
yes. So it's the same thing. Whereas you think it's going to
Yeah,
work and then returning to the girl,
yeah,
it's
it's
no,
just emphasizing going to work.
yeah, and rushing to get there. He says, I ain't heard you yet. Not even once say you appreciate me. I deserve respect. I've done my best to give you nothing less than perfectness. And
And
then,
like there, you're kind of like, is this about Kim? But then it's just like, because based off the other songs, I don't really think you guys gave each other perfectness.
yeah.
So I'm like, you like start to question it. You're like, well,
So I could tell you the first. So it's in the second verse. I'll tell you it turned for me. He says, and I know that if I end this, I'll no longer have nothing left. But you kept treating me like a staircase. It's time to fucking step. So that's the one like standout like bar. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
it's a good one-liner.
But yeah, so it's like, you treating me like a staircase. You're stepping and walking all over me. Now it's time for you to fucking step. It's time for you to leave.
Go.
Yes. That's it. We're done. Um, and I know if I end this, I'll no longer have nothing left. So that's interesting. That that should have been a tip off. It wasn't
I'll no
May
longer have nothing left.
left.
So it's a
Yeah.
double negative. So he'll actually be fine,
Yeah, I don't know that
right?
I don't think that he meant it that way.
Nah, oh.
I will no
Okay.
longer have nothing left. You're right. Grammatically it means, oh, if he ends this, he will have something. You know what I mean? But I don't think he intended it that way,
Yeah.
you know. But yeah, he's saying so like if you're thinking about it, a relationship with a significant other, it's like, oh, you're my everything, and like everything we built is just gone. But
Mm,
like if he leaves the rap game, like that's all he does, literally. That's what he's devoted his life to as a career, and it's like, oh, I don't have anything anymore. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Then he says, and I won't be coming back, so don't hold your fucking breath. You know what you've done. No need to go in depth. I told you you'd be sorry if I fucking left. I left while I told you you'd be sorry. Yeah, I told you you'd be sorry. I got confused for a second. I told you you'd be sorry if I fucking left. I left while you wept. How's it feel now? Yeah, funny, ain't it? So this is interesting because so I don't know if he's referring to like his break from hip hop. Do you know what I mean?
I
Like those
think so, right?
because he's saying he's like, I told you you'd be sorry if I left, and then he says I laughed while you wept, implying that like when he was gone, when he wasn't rapping anymore, the game was fucked up, it was in a bad place, the music was garbage,
Yeah, like he was laughing at
and he's
it.
like,
Like this
haha,
is
fuck you,
trash.
yeah. And he says, how's it feel now? Yeah, funny, ain't it? You neglected me, did me a favor, let all my no. I think it's let my spirit free, right? Let all my spirit? That doesn't sound right. He says, did me a favor though. My spirit free you've set. Yeah. So did me a favor though. My spirit free you've set. So it's like kind of old English
Okay.
grammatically, kind of, yeah. And then it says, but a special place for you in my heart I have kept. It's unfortunate, but it's, and then it goes into the hook, too late for the other side, caught in a chase, 25 to life. Okay, so yes, first time I'm hearing this song, I'm still thinking it's about Kim,
Yeah.
because especially the 25 to life, I was like, oh, they were together since they were kids, so it's probably been 25 to years, and then it's a play on, oh, 25 to years to life. It's a life sentence. It's like prison. Okay, so he comes in the second verse. I feel like when I bend over backwards for you, all you do is laugh. Because that ain't good enough. You expect me to fold myself in half. So that's a really cool line. So like he's saying like I bend over backwards for you and you just laugh at me. You know what I mean? Like you don't appreciate it. You don't
Yeah. And it
respect it.
also isn't like what you want.
Yeah. And then it says, because that ain't good enough, you expect me to fold myself in half. So going from bending over backwards to folding yourself in half.
Yeah, and then it's interesting because then, like, I guess, like, folding yourself in half, like, splitting yourself in two, so, like, one portion of you could always be with rap, and then I guess the other portion of you can go and, like, do whatever else you have to do,
So
right?
so so I don't so I'm not sure if he means that in this line, but that is what he's saying later on in this verse. Do you know what I mean? That he
Okay.
says, why can't I moonlight on the side? Like he does allude to that. So I just imagine when you bend over backwards, like
Yeah.
the best you can get is like
Well, it's also the complete opposite.
this like U shape, this backwards U shape. But
Yeah.
like if you go forwards, you could literally fold yourself in half. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, it's the complete opposite
it
position.
is like the
Yeah.
exact opposite. Yeah. Okay. And then he says, "Oh, fold myself in half till I snap. Don't think I'm loyal. All I do is rap." Okay, so this is an interesting part. So I saw in your face when you heard that, you were like, "Oh, you know what I mean?" Like,
Yeah.
so you could miss this part because the way it's worded, you could read it as, "Don't think I'm loyal. All I do is rap," meaning you don't think
Like,
I'm
I'm not out
loyal.
there with other girls. Like, I'm with just you, and then I go and I rap, and that's all I do.
Yes, yes. So yeah, you don't think I'm loyal, and so actually, yes, what you're saying is even more correct than what I was thinking. I was thinking like, oh, don't think I'm loyal. All I do is rap, meaning like I'm not loyal to this relationship. I'm not spending time. I'm spending all my time out there rapping. I'm on the road, that type of shit. But what you're saying is,
Yeah, like cheating on her,
yeah,
because then he goes, "How can I moonlight on the side?" Which is like eh, like referring to being with another woman, but like moonlighting is jobs, it's having another job on the side.
yeah.
But it's also like, okay,
So
now I think I think it's yeah.
yeah, so I mean, people do use the phrase moonlighting for like affairs, meaning at night you're doing, so yeah, you're doing something else. You know what I mean at night. So, yeah, so he says, "Don't think I'm loyal. All I do is rap. How can I moonlight on the side? I have no life outside of that." So, yeah, at this point, it in my head, so to be honest, the first time I heard this, that like triggered something. I was like, "Wait, this line doesn't make sense to me." But I wasn't fully in the mind state that the whole first verse was about hip hop. I was just thinking, "Oh, there's something I'm missing. I'm not understanding here." Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, so he's saying all he does is rap and you don't appreciate me and I can't do anything. I can't moonlight. I can't have any other life outside of rapping because it consumes all of me and all my time.
Yeah.
Then he says, "Don't I give you enough of my time? You don't think so, do you? Jealous when I spend time with the girls."
This also, I was like, spend time with the girls. And I was like, oh, his kids.
Yeah.
I was like, he's talking like a girl, like, hanging with my girls. You know what I mean? I was like confused for a minute.
Yeah, that's funny. So jealous when I spend time with the girls. Why I'm married to you still, man, I don't know. So again, if you're thinking this is about Kim, this actually could even still make sense, kind of, when you say,
It doesn't though, because it sounds like they would always be like together.
what do you mean? Oh, like that they're not, that him and Kim aren't broken up yet?
No, like that she would be happy that he was spending time with their kids.
Well, so when people get separated and divorced, like, and they hate the other person, you know what I mean? Like how they'll like shit talk to the kids about the other significant other.
Mm,
I could interpret this if I didn't know what this is about is Eminem's fucking really rich. He probably has a way bigger house, so Cam would be jealous of spending time with him. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh,
or
but
just like worried that like even though like it doesn't really ever happen, like that they would just be like, oh, like I don't want to ever be with mommy anymore.
yeah. But obviously, we already know at this point he's saying that hip hop is, possessive and jealous and doesn't like when he's taking time off from that to spend time with his family. You know what I mean? And then he says, "Why I'm married to you still, man, I don't know." So he's like, "I don't know why I'm still rapping. I'm not appreciated. This is kind of unhealthy." And he says, "But tonight I'm serving you with papers. I'm divorcing you. Go marry someone else and make him famous."
That confused me too, because I was like, did she? I thought he made himself famous.
Yeah.
So
So
I was like, I think this is about rapping.
yeah, so for me too, so I'm trying to it's been so many years. I'm trying to bring myself back, but I do remember the all I do is rap like that part. I was like, "Oh, something I'm not understanding. I'm not following." I was following along so well, thinking this is a love song, and then that part I didn't understand. But then you hear go make someone else famous. At this point, the wheels start turning in my head. I'm like, "Wait a second." But I'm not sure. You know what I mean? Because he didn't doesn't
Yeah.
explicitly say it yet. So yeah, I agree because I had the same thought process. Like, oh, do I? Is there something I don't know? Did Kim make him famous
Yeah.
by being supportive or something? You know what I mean? I didn't know
Yeah.
if it was like an allusion to like behind every great man
I
there's a
mean, it's
great woman.
helpful, but like, she didn't write his raps.
Yeah, exactly. Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Oh my God.
What song is that? That's
It's Drake.
yeah. What song though? Fucking don't remember. It's with Rick
Bad
Ross.
bitches. That's my fucking problem.
Nah, it's not that.
No?
Bitch, you wasn't with me shooting in the gym. It's with Rick Ross. Let us know. I'm blanking on the song name. I can easily Google it, but let's make this fun. You tell us if you know. All right, go marry someone else, make them famous, and take away their freedom like you did to me. Treat them like you don't need them, and they ain't worthy of you. Feed them the same shit that you made me eat. So yeah, so go marry someone else, make them famous, and take away their freedom. So again, this is the common theme that we hear throughout Eminem's music is
Yeah.
fame is also it's cool, it's got all, these nice trappings, but it is a form of imprisonment, which, might be hard for some people to comprehend. It's like how the fuck, you know what I mean? You're rich, everybody loves you. But, you do lose a certain aspect of freedom, yet you no longer have anonymity. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like you did to me. Treat them like you don't need them, and then they ain't worthy of you. So saying like, oh, we don't need you. Fame doesn't give a fuck about you. You know what I mean? The
Mhm.
hip hop game doesn't really need you, and they ain't worthy of you. You're not worthy of being in this industry. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Feed them that same shit that you made me eat. So the same bullshit that you're not worthy.
Or like literally the food.
Yeah, it's funny. Then he says, "I'm moving on, forget you. Oh, now I'm special. I didn't feel special when I was with you, though."
Oh.
So, yeah, it's funny because at this point, he's saying, like, he's made his decision to leave rap. And then
And then he was like
somebody,
finally begging for him back.
yeah, like, please come back. Oh, you're so special, though. We need you. He's like, oh, I didn't feel special when I was with you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And then he continues, all I ever felt was this helplessness, imprisoned by a selfish bitch. Oh, so that was the one other point I meant to bring up back on like this previous line. Then he's really getting into the taking away the freedom. He's really tying in with the 25 to life, the prison scheme. I mean, the whole song is, you know what I mean? But like the first verse, it was more like specifically like, this is toxic. I'm leaving you, blah, blah, blah. You don't appreciate me. He's really tying in the themes here, though, of, the relationship was actually prison. You know what I mean? No freedom, all that.
Yeah.
So yeah, all I ever felt was this helplessness, imprisoned by a selfish bitch, chew me up and spit me out. I fell for this. So yeah, hip hop, very selfish. He's saying, made him feel helpless, didn't give a fuck about him. So many times, I fell for this so many times, it's ridiculous. And still I stick with this. I'm sick of this, but in my sickness and addiction, you're addictive as they get. So he's like, I know this is fucked up. Like, I know, this is unhealthy, but
Yeah.
I'm sick and I'm an addict and you're the most addictive thing in my life, you know.
Yeah.
Evil as they come, vindictive as they make them. My friends keep asking me why I can't just walk away from. I'm addicted to the pain, the stress, the drama. I'm drawn to shit. So I guess I'm a mess, cursed and blessed. So yeah, again, same same vein, you know.
Yeah, but also cursed and blessed kind of gives you a hint too.
Yeah,
It's like cursed, but then like you're also blessed because you get to be this big celebrity rapper.
yeah, yeah.
But like
That's
cursed because you're like a slave to it now.
yeah. So we've explained with our own experience of the song, like where it points out, but he intentionally structures this song, which is what's so cool about it. You listen to the whole first verse, and there's no hint of this isn't about a girl. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that could. I mean, once you know that and you look back, it's like, oh yeah, here's this little red flag. You know what I mean? Because when he's writing it, he knows he has to make it make sense both ways. You know what I mean? And
Hmm.
then so it's like, oh, it's about a girl, and then like slowly he starts throwing in these things
Yeah, that don't seem to
for
fit
the
too
listener.
well.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm so like deferential with like artists and stuff where if I don't get something, I assume that I'm missing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I
Like
do that too, I
y-
think.
yeah. I think I do it even more than you. Like I think of like stand-up comedy. Do you know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean? Like we'll go to stand-up shows and like I'll follow their thought process, even though it, there might not be like a laugh right here. I like go on the ride. For you, you're like, if this isn't funny, I don't give a fuck. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is good. You know what I mean?
What you're saying, like if I don't think it's funny, I don't laugh.
Well, yeah, obviously. I mean,
Yeah,
which is
you
weird to
don't.
say because it's not like I'm laughing at things that I don't think are funny. Do you know what I mean?
Well, no, but like if we're gonna talk like stand up when you're there, it's kind of like just like almost common courtesy to at least just laugh a little, even if you don't think it's funny,
Yeah,
and not just sit there like that.
yeah,
But like usually I'm like laughing the whole time, but like sometimes I'm just like yeah,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I laugh so much. Actually, both times, I don't know if you remember, both times we saw Chris Rock, he was doing like these racial jokes, and like there's a few of them. Like there's like
Oh
a
yeah, you get
single
like really awkward. You're
one.
like, can I laugh at this? I don't
Well, I don't know
know.
if you remember, both times we saw him, I was the only I was like the only one laughing. There was like scattered chuckles, and I'm like hysterically laughing. You know what I mean?
So
We're
awkward.
like one of the handful of white people there, and I'm like hysterical laughing, and nobody else is, and I'm like, oh fuck,
Yeah.
it's so funny.
Well, it's supposed to be funny. Like you're supposed to just like leave your politics and your
Yeah, of
whatever with the
course.
door, and then whatever he says, like he's saying to make everyone laugh.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, I don't get self-conscious, but like I notice because usually everybody's laughing with me, and then there's like a handful of jokes where I'm the only one laughing.
It's so much more awkward when you go to a smaller comedy club and
Yeah,
then there are those like Karens there who don't laugh at anything. And
yeah.
then when the comedian says something like super inappropriate and like me, I start laughing
Oh
hysterically.
yeah, that
And then the
happens.
Karens are like grilling me like, girl, are you seriously laughing at that? And I'm like, yeah, the fuck I am.
Yeah,
Because it's funny.
that happened when we saw Nick DiPaolo.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sorry, that was a long fucking tangent. So, yes, I'm drawn to the shit, so I guess I'm a mess, cursed and blessed. So, yeah, the fame is a cursing and a blessing. Cursing and a blessing. Yeah. Says, but this time I'm a, right? He says, but this time I ain't changing my mind. I'm climbing out this abyss. You're screaming as I walk out that, you're screaming as I walk out that I'll be missed.
Which is also weird because it's like, wouldn't you be like, don't go? You're like,
So hold on.
eh.
When he says you're screaming as I walk out that I'll be missed. So
Like, I'll miss
question.
you, or you will be missed. Something
Or
like
no
that.
no, or it says you're screaming I'll be missed. So if you walked out and I
But
screamed
then
to
he says
you,
that. So you're screaming as I walk out that I'll be missed. So throwing the that in there means that
they're saying
the
we'll
rap
miss
game
you.
is, yeah, or like you will be missed
Yeah,
or whatever.
that's always what I thought he was saying, but just now I'm like, oh, you're screaming that I'll be missed, meaning I thought like as he's walking away, they're like, you're gonna I'll be missed. You're gonna miss me. Like the rap game saying, you're gonna miss me. Do you know what I
So
mean?
the way that I read it, I think it's the rap game missing him.
Yeah.
Because they were saying they don't want him to leave.
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're screaming as I walk out. Yeah. that I'll be missed. But when you spoke of people who meant the most to you, you left me off your list. Fuck you, hip hop. I'm leaving you. My life sentence is served, bitch, and it's just too
He didn't
late for
go
the other
anywhere
side.
though.
So he did, but
Really?
well, not after this.
Yeah,
You're
that's what I'm
right.
saying.
Yeah. So obviously, when you spoke of the people who meant the most to you, you left me off your list. So, those lists are always around from different people. So he says that he feels that he doesn't get the respect he deserves.
Mm.
I mean, he does that even when we go back to the Eminem show. He's like, I got a list. Here's an order of a list that it's in. It goes Reggie, Jay-Z, Tupac and Biggie, Andre from Outkast, Jada Corrupt, Nas, and then me. He says, but when I'm not put on this list, this shit does not offend me. You know what I mean? But I think it does. You know what I mean?
It's also interesting that he didn't put this as the last song on the album.
Yeah, it is. That is interesting.
He was like, I'm leaving. Just kidding. We got another song.
Yeah, I'm leaving you. My life sentence is served, bitch. So yeah, fuck you, hip hop. Yeah, so I doubt that he even had the intention of like, I'm not gonna rap anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think he just probably came up with this idea and thought it was a really good
Cool.
idea and creative, which it is for a rap song.
Not to say that like I wouldn't doubt if he had and has these thoughts. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like fuck this. You know what I mean? It's not worth it.
that makes sense.
It could be, but I'm not sure.
Yeah.
And yeah, then it just fades out the chorus and it echoes too
Mhm.
late for the other side. Yeah. All right. So 25 to life.
So yeah, so I know this song from when it came out, just like how I know every other song on this album, but I couldn't really remember anything past the chorus. And then I heard it again, and really the only thing that like made me figure out what it was really about was we were talking about Kill Pop and it's the same premise. And then the little lines here and there that didn't really seem to fit in if he was talking about Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really good. It's very creative.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, like it was one of the first songs to do a song, one of the first people to do a song like this,
Yeah,
I think.
I think so too. I mean, even if not, it's very good. He executes it very well. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's really good.
Yeah, he's got a handful of them. This format, not necessarily the format, a handful of, at first you don't know exactly what you think he's talking about
Yeah,
one
and then you
thing,
figure it
and then
out.
you figure out, oh, there's more to the story. You know what I mean? Which is like darkness, and then the other song I'm thinking of, which I'm not going to name because I don't want to ruin it, but we'll get to it.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
So don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you. Bye.
Bye.